Hey God for fans, a small disclaimer before I start this video. Even though this video is titled as a theory video, I'm gonna go a little bit off topic here to get some valid points on why Kratos will visit the Greek world again. So this video is going to be a little bit lengthy, and this is for God of War veterans who absolutely love this series. So you have been warned, and go with caution. Enjoy the video. So what's up guys, I'm here with a new crazy theory video on God of War. I don't know where this video is gonna take me, but I'm excited to see this happening in the next game. But remember, this is just a theory video. I'm just a fan like you. I like to see this happening in the next game. So a lot of people had question about, is Kratos gonna visit Greek world again in coming games, right? Because we know it was completely destroyed in God of War 3. So in this video, we are actually going to find out some clues and some references in the game and outside the game to find an answer to our complex question. Why will Kratos return to Greek? At this point, we can all agree that Kratos absolutely hated Greek and he really doesn't want to be there anymore. He's filled with hate, anger and guilt of what he actually did on that land, and so he started traveling towards Scandinavia, leaving everything behind, like literally everything behind, to start a new journey in his life. He even tried to get rid of his blades, but they followed him, and Kratos eventually get to know that no, he just can't get off those, so he actually hid them beneath the floor in his home, right? Whatever his past is, if it's a physical thing which is visible to the people, he actually hides them beneath the floor. That is why he tells Atreus that, you should never go beneath the floor, and we really don't know what else is there in the floor. So by this we get to know that Kratos doesn't want to live in his terrible past again. But in case, the thing is, why will Kratos visit Greek in future games, right? Considering he never really wanted to be there anymore. This is a question, right? I definitely think it happens only if the situation demands it. Don't get me wrong here. I know Kratos hates Greek world and he doesn't want to be there anymore. He just doesn't want to go there and say, hey guys, I just came here for safari. No, right? The thing when I said the situation demands it happened in the Norse game already. Because of the situation demands it, he went to his home to use Blades of Chaos to save his son. And this is exactly what I mean. Even though the Blades has such terrible past with him, he killed his own family with those blades. He just cannot get off them, right? Whenever he's using, he know exactly what he actually did with those blades with his family. He killed his daughter, he killed his wife with his own hands in the temple. This is exactly what I mean if situation demands it. Even though having his worst nightmares with his blades, Kratos used them because he had to. And this is where I think a situation in the upcoming games triggers Kratos so much that he goes all the way back to Greek to bring up something truly special and something which is really powerful, which was his on that land. So you may ask me, what was in Greek so that Kratos will go back if situation demands it to kill Norse gods? I'm confident enough, and I'm confident here to say that it's going to be another weapon. A truly special weapon that can give a strong counter to the powerful Norse gods, especially Odin. Let's first analyze why would Kratos actually want such a powerful weapon. Straight answer is to kill his enemies, right? Remember, Kratos in this game wants to live in a normal and peaceful life where there are actually no wars happening between him and somebody else. But we do know that Kratos made his upcoming days harder for him by killing sons of Thor and Balder, and also pissing Odin off at this point. We also know that Thor wants his revenge, and Odin is making his plans on how to survive Ragnarok at any cost. And Thor and Odin are against Kratos at this point. So to battle them with the weapons he has right now, I think it will be a very tough fight for this Spartan to actually handle it. Because we actually know how strong Mjolnir is, and Odin's spear, Gagnir, a weapon which is so perfectly balanced that no matter who is wielding it, if he actually throws that spear, then it will hit the target which he's aiming for. That's how well balanced that weapon is. It doesn't matter the skill which that guy has who is holding it, it just hits the target perfectly when it is thrown. Kratos has Leviathan axe that was actually made by the same dwarves who made Mjolnir. They made it because they were unable to just sit quiet by Thor's rampage on giants. So they actually made an axe which is equally powerful as Mjolnir. They thought that it will actually bring the balance which Thor is just causing rampage with that hammer. They just made that axe and they just gave it to Faye to actually fight against the Aesir gods, against Thor, against Odin, whole Aesir gods at this point. This is exactly why I think we need Blade of Olympus to fight with Odin, because that is the best weapon Kratos can have to be in the ultimate power and position to fight with Odin. I say this because Gagnir has similar abilities like Mjolnir. It will return to its master if he wants to, but it can be more deadly than Mjolnir because it simply never misses its target. Whereas Mjolnir can miss its target if thrown with a lack of precision, and the Blade of Olympus is the only most powerful thing Kratos has ever wielded in the entire God of War verse, and it's in Greek. I'm pretty sure that Kratos and Santa Monica Studios are not going to ignore the fact that the blades still exist somewhere in the Greek world, right? You can say that, okay, Kratos used blades because he could get them fast and they were ready to serve him, and he did not had any choice, so he just used them. Yes, you guys are right, I completely agree with you, but the fact is Kratos is actually not the same guy who is filled with hatred and guilt anymore. Like, yeah, he has some of that stuff still inside him, but he's more of a guy who pretty much accepted who he is and trying to move on, right? But that doesn't change the power of Blade of Olympus, right? When Kratos knows that he got a chance of wielding one of the best and one of the most powerful weapons in the world, he will take it at any cost. That's what happened with his son too. Like, he know that immediately he has to get the Blades of Chaos because they will get the job done for him. So he just went. He just left whatever the past he has behind and he just took it. And he came back from the hell like a warrior, and this is exactly what we know from Kratos, right? And this is exactly why I personally think Kratos is actually going to go Greece to get one of his powerful weapons. So what do you guys think? Please mention in the comment section down below what actually happens if Kratos visits Greek world, how it has changed, right? It's been so many years since Kratos left Greek, so there should be something happening in the Greek world. It's not left empty as Kratos released hope to the humanity. They might be trying to rebuild the Greek world again. So before we get into stuff about what happened to Greek world after Kratos destroyed it, we'll first see how Kratos is going to Greek world. Right, there should be some connection between this Norse and Greek so that Kratos can go faster, right? So I'm gonna show you guys some references and some clues from outside and inside the game on how Kratos actually travels to the Greek. So Kratos just can't take a boat and travel for so many days, like from where he came from Greece. Like, he took a boat and he just came to Norse worlds to bring his weapons back, right? I mean, it takes a lot of days. There should be some easy way to do this. And did you guys actually remember the missing panel of Tyr, which Odin stole it? There are 4 different symbols that actually represents meaning of war, and Greek is also one of them. And Tyr used Unity Stone to magically travel to other lands in short amount of time, magically I mean. So this is why I definitely think Tyr is gonna help us to travel from Norse to Greek, and this is how I think Kratos will visit Greek. Considering Tyr is a good guy, I mean he's on side of Gaints, he's on side of Aesir, he's also on side of Vanir. He tried to actually just combine all of those guys to make peace, but that eventually didn't happen. Right now Tyr mostly understood that it's not gonna happen. Odin is not going to be that guy who is actually looking for peace. Instead, he's actually going to kill off everybody who is just coming in front of them. So I think he's definitely going to help Kratos. So till now we actually saw why Kratos will visit Greece and how will he do that in very short period of time. But now we'll see what happened to Greek world after Kratos actually left it. I'm going to use David Jaffe's words here to build my theory. Watch this clip here.
If I've forgotten, but the high level was basically you kill Zeus in the first couple of minutes of God of War 3. There's a vacuum in Greek. There's a vacuum on Earth because the Greek mythology religion is in shambles. The other religions and gods rush in, Norse mythology, Egyptian mythology, to kind of take over that place now that Zeus is no longer a power. And it really becomes sort of a mashup of Greek and Egyptian and Norse mythology, where Kratos kind of gets to journey to all these other locations. And it kind of sounds like a toy, but you'd have like Egyptian Kratos and Norse Kratos, and he kills Thor and takes the hammer. And I always love the idea that...
And this is what I'm talking about. This might happen in the next game. Considering they teased Mayan and Egypt on the Tears panel, this will be a very cool way to start conflict between Kratos and other gods of other mythologies. When Kratos actually goes to Greek hundreds of years later, with the help of Tyr traveling magically to bring his Blade of Olympus back, that land is already taken by other gods of Egypt or Mayan mythologies. They sense the presence of this white ghost with red tattoos on his body who actually destroyed pantheons and see him as a potential threat, and they could also attack Kratos for this reason. And I personally guess that this is how, in case if God of War universe expands into different mythologies, this is one of the ways that they can do it. But the main question arises here: where is Blade of Olympus right now? Well, I guess the gods who took over Greece gets to know that this is not a normal blade. In case if this blade is used in the right hands, that would completely disrupt the gods and they will finally find their doom. Same as the Greek gods did. So they contain it in a secret place. Eventually Kratos finds it and kills whoever is guarding the blade of Olympus, and this angers and threatens and pisses off the gods who are ruling over the Greece, and they seek to destroy Kratos, not knowing they are just taking steps forward, getting killed themselves in the hands of Ghost of Sparta. So after acquiring blade of Olympus, Kratos actually returns to Norse lands again to actually fight in Ragnarok, and he succeeds there. And I just got another video coming up what happens next, so stay tuned for that. But I really got some important details for you to show at the end of God of War 3, which doesn't make any sense. Just look at this. After we kill Zeus once and for all, we really do not see any of Kratos' weapons on the land. Like, we know he actually threw his blades of exile on the land, and all of the weapons are seen here, like they are pretty close to each other, and they can be seen on this eagle carved thing on the land, on the stone, right? So if you think like this final explosion made all of his weapons to just vanish, and they just shattered and they fell somewhere else, but the blade of Olympus still managed to be there. In fact, we do not see even blade of Olympus in the cutscene. Now we can understand why they did this. They thought that this is going to be the end of the trilogy. Maybe they thought that there is no possible sequel that can happen after this game, so they missed this detail. And also in the end, where Kratos' blade trail was seen leaving towards the sea, even then we do not see any of the Kratos weapons. Blade of Olympus still managed to be there. And also Cory Balrog updated his Twitter profile pic. I'm sorry I don't have it right now because I actually tried so hard to find it, but I'm tired right now. I cannot even look any further of it. I'm really sorry, guys. I don't have it right now. I'm sure it had a sword similar to the Blade of Olympus. I made a tweet on November 18th, so if you guys have that profile picture of him, if you have a screenshot of it, I actually took it, but I actually lost it. I'm really sorry for that. It clearly had Blade of Olympus in the right bottom of that picture. The profile picture was in green color with some skeletons in it. I mean, if you manage to find it out, please comment in the comment section down below. It definitely has something which is pretty interesting that we can dwell into. And also, did you guys notice how they actually rebuilt Mjolnir? It was something very similar to Blade of Olympus, like how Zeus revealed Blade of Olympus. This might indicate that Blade of Olympus might come back again in the game. I mean, just look at the reveals. Here we go.
The heavens and the earth, the blade of Olympus. I banish you to the darkest pits of Tartarus!
So you guys saw it, and also please mention in the comment section down below what you guys actually think about this whole Blade of Olympus stuff. And if you are the one who just skipped from the beginning of the part and you actually want a quick answer, we just discussed about why would Kratos go to Greek. The answer is he wants the powerful weapon, because that is the only thing which he left in Greek are weapons, right? I mean, there are some other gods from his family, but he never really wants to meet them, considering his past is very bad. And the second thing is, how is he going to visit Greek? The simple answer is with the help of Tyr, and I do believe that Tyr will help Kratos in this regard. The third thing is, where is Blade of Olympus right now? So I believe that some other mythology gods have come and just conquered Greek lands right now, and they completely hid this Blade of Olympus because they know that this blade poses a greater threat to their reign. So when Kratos returns to that and he eventually finds out the Blade of Olympus, he kills whoever is guarding them, and this threatens that those gods, they actually seek to destroy Kratos right now. So that's what I have told in this video. So if you want all the hidden details, please make sure to watch the whole video. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Hope you like it. Please make sure to like this video, and please make sure to subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot, and it motivates me to do more videos like this. I love God of War, and if you manage to still be there here right now, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Take care. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.